Hello everyone, welcome to another Narc Survivor live video. Today I am at my hotel here in the mountains, as you can see. Very high up here today. Just been doing lots of exploring. Having a good time, as I always do. And I know that there is a question that a lot of you have. It's a question that's been on your mind, and you want to know the answer to it. You want to know, will the narcissist ever get their karma? Will they ever get what's coming to them? Will they reap what they sow? Will they get it? You want to know. And I can tell you that I am here today to give you the answer to that question. I'm going to tell you in this video whether or not they will get their karma. And actually, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, of course they will get their karma. You know, there is a reason why throughout time, throughout our humanity, we've always known the difference between what is right and what is wrong. The things that you can do and the things that you shouldn't do. We've always known that. And we've always avoided doing things that are wrong, things that are bad, things that harm other people. Because we have always known throughout our culture and civilization that there are effects of these negative, destructive and harmful actions and behaviors. We have always known that. And that's why it's the same across every religion. Every religion says the same thing about what is right and what is wrong. Especially, I like to refer to Judaism, although, as you know, I'm not a Jew. I like the 10 Commandments. I mean, these things are very simple about what is right and what is wrong. It tells you the things that you shouldn't do. And these commandments are the same across every religion. They all say the same thing. So people are aware of what is right and what is wrong. And these narcissists today, they are aware of what they're doing. They know exactly what they are doing wrong. They know when they're hurting you, when they're harming you. Yes, of course, they are aware of that. And in fact, of all of the personality disorders or mental disorders, the cluster B disorders, especially narcissistic personality disorder, those are the main ones where they do know exactly what they are doing, because they're not completely insane. They understand exactly what they are doing. And you could argue that in the past, if we go back hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, people might think things were worse back then. because people got killed in a brutal way. They were made to suffer. If you stole something, you'd have your hands chopped off. All of these kinds of things. And you've got Guy Fawkes, he was hung, drawn and quartered. I mean, these are all clearly very inhumane acts, regardless of what a person has done. Nobody deserves to go through that. So you might look back and think that those people were very violent and cruel. But actually, the narcissists that you see today, they are the most evil people of all time. And the reason why I say that is because they have the awareness. Now we have the education. Now we know what is wrong. And yet they still persist. And yes, they will get their karma. Eventually they will get it. They will experience the effects, the consequences of their actions. Because there is a law of cause and effects, or some people call it the law of attraction, or it could be God, the universe. It could be anything, but one thing we know is that it does exist. And people have to pay the price for what they do. That's just how it goes. Whatever you do, whatever you put out, it's going to come back. And that's why you should be very careful with what you say and what you do. Each day you need to make sure that you are practicing righteous deeds, doing good things for other people and animals, nature and the environment. You need to make sure that you are doing that, because these things will tip the scales in your favor, and you will reap the rewards. And I don't just mean financially, but also mentally and emotionally. You will experience the rewards from doing that. And that is why I have always, throughout the 5 years that I've been doing this, I always promote positive, progressive, and productive behavior. That is what I put out. And as you can see, I'm out here. I am living my best life. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'm traveling the world doing what I like to do. And how is that possible? It's because I'm spreading the awareness of negative, harmful, and unproductive things to aid you, to help you all in your lives. And I'm also doing a lot of things behind the scenes, things that you are not aware of, things that you can't even see. And, you know, it all looks good. You see me in hotels, different cars all the time. But if you knew the things that I was doing behind the scenes, you would hold a very different opinion of me. You would realize just how much I do care about the world, you know, the environment. Because aside from this whole narcissist topic, there is a lot more to me. You might see some of it on my Instagram if you follow me on there. But there's just so much more that I don't even show. because that's not the point of it. You don't do good deeds. You don't act charitable just to show everyone what you're doing so that it makes you look good. You just do it because you know that it's the right thing to do. And you're not even doing it so that you can receive good karma. It's just because you know it's the right thing to do. And I know a lot of the empaths who are watching this now, you will be able to relate to that. Because deep down you know that it is important. You know that it matters. But unfortunately, narcissists, no, they don't do any of that because they're self-absorbed and they lack empathy. Communal narcissists, yeah, they may act charitable, but that's only in front of other people. And then behind the scenes, they're doing something else. But narcissists in general, yes, they do lack empathy. They are self-absorbed. You may care about them. You may feel for them when they're hurt or distressed. But unfortunately, they don't have that same energy and feeling towards you. And they never will. And they are aware of what they do. And actually, it is a choice. Because while they may lack empathy, that doesn't mean they have no empathy at all. Their narcissism overrides it. So that feeling is there somewhere, but they push it away by their own choice, out of their own God-given free will. And that's the important thing to remember, is that they do have a choice. It's not that it's completely out of their control and they have no choice at all. It's different if we're talking about someone with autism or bipolar disorder. Fair enough, they don't really have any control over their actions. And we understand that, so we are very compassionate towards those types of people. But narcissists, that's a different thing, because they know what they do, they are aware of it, and they are making a conscious and deliberate choice. They are. And for that reason, yes, they will get their karma. They will. They cannot escape it. It is the law of cause and effect. Whatever you put out, that will come back to you at some point. But you might not always see it, because they are masters of perception management. They show you what they want you to see. Whatever you see, it's because they wanted you to see that. They manage your perception. They orchestrate. They plan and coordinate the elements of a situation to produce the desired effect. So you might not know what's going on with them. But trust and believe that they are going through it. Something is happening that you are unaware of, especially when you're not around, because they need supply, and if they're not getting it from you, they're getting it from someone else. And that means they're taking it out on someone, they're experiencing arguments, disagreements, confrontation, the fear and possibility of exposure. They're going through a lot of things. especially when you see that they're not as active as they used to be. You're not hearing from them much anymore. You're not seeing many posts on their social media. That's a sign that they have taken a fall, because there is a reason why you're not hearing from them. Remember, when things are going well for a narcissist, they will always be bragging and boasting about it. They will always be showing off, because that's how they get supply. So that is how you know that things are not going well for them. They are getting their karma. And they always do. In the end, they all get their karma. It always comes back. I've seen it in my own experience. I've seen narcissists going through it. I've seen them getting what they deserve. And sometimes I like to think that I am their karma. But then, I don't know, I guess we shouldn't really think that way. I mean, you know, if you're making a conscious and deliberate choice to go out there and to cause problems for someone, and then you want to go and say that you're their karma, no, actually, you're just creating bad karma for yourself by doing that. So that's important to note as well. Just because someone's done something wrong to you, that doesn't give you the right to go out and harm them. Because no one is immune. You're not immune from bad karma. I'm not immune from it. No one is. We will all get it eventually. And that's why I promote positive and productive behavior. Especially when I'm doing it on such a scale like this, then I'm really maximizing the rewards of my karma by doing that. So that's another important thing to note as well. It's also, but it's not always the scale of how many people you're helping. It's the intention behind it. What are you trying to do? Do you really mean it? Does it really matter to you? Because it's really that feeling behind it. And as we know, these narcissists, we know what feeling they have towards us. The feeling that is beneath the surface of their actions. It's not coming from anything good. It has nothing to do with God. I can just say that. The things that they're doing, it's not something that they've learned from the Bible or the Quran or anything else. These are all coming from their emotions, their insecurities, their dissatisfaction with life, which they are then taking out on you, which has nothing to do with God. In fact, it is the devil. It is evil. And that is why the best thing that you can do is go no contact and just leave them to it. Let them continue on their path. Let them do what they want to do. And you continue with yours. You continue doing righteous things, because that's just the right thing for you to do. And it should be what you want to do. Instead of thinking of taking revenge because In the end, you're just going to end up just like them by doing that. You're going to become just like them. And that's not going to be any good for you. And that's why I like to make these videos about karma, because I think it can help to free you from any feelings of resentment that you may have. When you're thinking of taking revenge, you want to punish the narcissist. That's not the right thing to do. You just let them continue with what they're doing, knowing that they're going to get their karma. Do not become like them, because that's what they want you to do. They want to make you crazy so that they can point the finger at you, and then they don't have to feel like they're the problem. Then it's difficult to differentiate between who is good and who is bad, because that's exactly the process that's going through their mind when they're doing that. It's like there's that small window where they self-reflect and they know, oh, it's me. I'm wrong, I'm bad. And then that's when they lash out at you, they provoke you to react. They try and make you do something wrong so that they can step back and point the finger at you, and then they can feel like they're not the problem anymore. Because you have to remember, narcissists, in their minds, they are gods. That's really how they see themselves. So they don't believe they have to answer to anyone but themselves. So as long as they think that they're clean, they're not the problem, that's fine by them. They don't believe that they have to answer to anyone, because in their minds, they are the judge, jury, and the executioner. They're the ones who are meant to hold you accountable. They're the ones who are meant to punish you. They're meant to maintain their authority and control over you. You're not meant to question them, because in their minds, you are their subordinate. They're superior to you. So they're meant to tell you what to do. They're meant to tell you what's wrong and what's right. And that's another thing as well. They have this black and white thinking where everything is either good or bad. You're either all right or all wrong. You're a winner or a loser. And they always want to be on the other end of that. So they're always trying to be 2 steps ahead of you so that they can do that. So yeah, these are all things to note, all things to keep in mind when you were dealing with them. But just be aware that, yes, trust and believe that karma is real. It is very real, and they do get it. Maybe not straight away, but eventually it does come back. And you will see it. You will see evidence of it eventually. If you check back in with them after a few months, you will see that things start to fall apart. Everything that they thought they moved on to, this new situation where they were meant to be so much happier without you, it will all fall apart, and they won't be happy with that anymore. They may try to hide it, but eventually you will see it, or you will just see that they've disappeared. You won't hear from them anymore. So don't worry about it. Yes, narcissists will get their karma. It will come back to them. They don't just get away with it. So thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up down below. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I read your comments every day. Share the video, hit that subscribe button, and then you'll receive the notifications for my videos. And if you'd like to book a one-on-one coaching session with me, you can do that from my website. It is narcsurvivor.co.uk. And check out my Instagram as well. I've got new pictures and videos of my travels on there every day. My Instagram is Narc Survivor YouTube. Okay, that's it for today. But thank you all for joining me, and you all have a great day.